Welcome to Boy Time Podcast. We're gonna get litty time, yeah. Oh, it's your Boy Time Podcast. Coming in with the slam dunk of a theme song.
Do you read the Bible, baby?
No.
Well, there's this passage that I've been thinking of, and maybe it'll identify to the viewers at home. It's Judges 19:16, actually. That evening, an old man came home from his work in the fields. He was from the hill country of Ephraim, but he was living in
Yes.
Gibeah, where the people were from the tribe of Benjamin. When he saw the travelers sitting in the town square, he asked them where they were from and where they were going. "We have been in Bethlehem, in Judah," the man replied. "We are on our way to a remote hill in the country of Ephraim, which is my home. I traveled to Bethlehem, and I'm now returning home. But no one has taken us in for the night, even though we have everything we need. We have straw and feed for our donkeys and plenty of bread and wine for ourselves." "Well, you are welcome to stay with me," the old man said. "I will give you anything that you might need, but whatever you do, don't spend the night in the square." So he took them home with him and fed the donkeys. After they washed their feet, they ate and drank together. And while they were enjoying themselves, a crowd of troublemakers from the towns surrounded the house. They began beating at the door and shouting to the old man, "Bring out the man who is staying with you so we can have sex with him." The old man stepped outside to talk to them. "No, my brothers, don't do such an evil thing, for this man is a guest in my house, and such a thing would be shameful. Here, take my virgin daughter and this man's concubine. I will bring them out to you, and you can abuse them and do whatever you like, but don't do such a shameful thing to this man." Hi, welcome back to the Boy Time Podcast. As always, my name is Ephraim, and I'm joined by Babby and Paul.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's probably the
Didn't know
best
you were a
intro we've done.
biblical man.
Sometimes I like to mix things up.
If that's your definition of mixing it up, then yes, we like to mix things up here.
I like to mix things up. It's been too much of a routine. You count me down, and I said, "Hey, welcome back to Boy Time Podcast. My name's Jay Leno." I was
Yeah.
like,
So
"Oh, that's not
works.
cool." And so it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna read my favorite Bible passage, and then we're gonna get started.
That's pretty cool.
My favorite Babel
Yeah.
passes.
This is a new thing. We're gonna read poetry before we do intro every week.
You talk about Bible
I don't know if
poetry.
that's poetry.
The Bible isn't, but we could do poetry.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna do like a Pulp Fiction thing where I was gonna but instead of reading the Ezekiel 25:17, which isn't even a real Bible verse, by the way,
I kind of figured.
I would it's not real, but I was going to read the Leviticus chapters that says don't practice homosexuality. But I found this one in the list from CatholicHawaii.org of Bible verses about homosexuality, and I'm like, that's long enough, and that twist at the end really like shocked me. So I'm like, I'll read that one.
Yeah.
So, welcome back to the Boy Time Podcast. We do religious commentary now.
Yep.
So send in comments. What religion are you? We'd love to break it apart and teach you why you're dumb and stupid.
Yeah.
We like to have fun here.
That'd be a good segment. Like, everybody's included, unless you're not Christian. Otherwise, we'll tear your religion apart live on the podcast.
We'll do it.
Don't you doubt me.
That's our least controversial
We
segment.
have nothing to lose, okay?
I guess you could say that. Well, do we have stuff saved for the podcast today? That was the only thing I had prepared. I had some.
Thanks. So.
I have segments.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of those.
Okay, well, let's just get started then. How is everybody doing this week, huh?
Fine and dandy.
I think it's a good idea generally to check up on your boys because boys get lonely too. I don't know if that is a known
Controversial.
fact in society, but sometimes you got to check up on them because they're representing California. So
Yeah.
yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, everybody's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's see. There was some news stuff. Epic Gaming news today because the Ubisoft panel was today.
Oh
I saw
boy.
it. I didn't watch it, but I saw it on recommended on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think there was really anything super crazy.
Good, I didn't miss it.
The Scott Pilgrim game is coming back, which I noticed that every single time Edgar Wright was tweeting about the Scott Pilgrim movie because the anniversary is this year. It was just filled with bring back the game. Why can't I play the game anymore? Which I don't know what happened to the game, but Ubisoft is re-releasing it for the 10th anniversary of the Scott Pilgrim movie. So
Hooray.
everybody's
Cool.
super excited about that. I never played it, but apparently it's super epic. That was really the only thing from the panel that was like, wow. I mean, because they Sam Fisher from the Splinter Cell games is in Rainbow Six Siege now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did that, and I think the funny thing is that before they started the panel, they played a video clip from the CEO of Ubisoft, and that like maybe like a month or two ago, like stuff came out that like a bunch of Ubisoft execs were pretty much fired from like an internal investigation that like there was a lot of like sexual assault going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked into it a little bit more because that was all that the message was. It was the CEO being like, some of our employees weren't doing the
dumb and
Ubisoft
stupid." standard
standard of conduct, and just everybody in the comments was like, "Yeah, you knew about it though. This has been going on for years." It was pretty much what was going on in like the Catholic Church, where it was just like, "Hey, this guy touched me," and then the CEO was like, "Whoa, that's crazy. Let's just move him to
Anyway.
a different department,
Yeah.
and then that'll fix it."
The CEO of Catholicism, the Pope.
Well, that's what happened with what happened before we got the new pope.
Because the
That's
new
just a
pope was
fact.
epic.
He's pretty epic. He did hit a lady on the first day of
That's
his year.
okay.
But you know what? Honestly, she kind of deserved it. She was getting a little
Exactly.
bit touchy-feely on the pope.
Especially when there was a virus going around.
This was like before it was world spread. I think he was in like South America. So I don't think it had gotten there yet. But, the Pope
But it was
tours
coming.
around.
He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably
He's the Pope. He
Jesus
knows
probably
everything.
told him, he was like, "Hey,
Exactly.
just in case anybody wants to kiss your rings, you just got to slap them. Do
Yeah.
any means necessary." And he was like, "Okay, I will." I don't know how to do I think he's Colombian. I don't know how to do a Colombian accent. Sorry. I tried to be authentic as possible.
I'll take it.
Okay.
There was a Call of Duty multiplayer thingy. What was that, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. For the new Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Hooray! It was just alpha stuff. They just like released their trailer and then they're like, welcome to the new multiplayer, which is the same as all the other multiplayers, but slightly different.
Don't worry, guys, you'll love it. If you
then we
loved the
got-
one before, you'll love this one.
And then we got
Yeah.
to watch streamers play it for like 2 hours.
Wow.
In the alpha. So it was decent. It was what you'd
epic?
expect from a Activision showcase.
Yeah.
They had someone that's like the head PC developer come on and be like, we are making it more optimized to base more on performance and low latency. I'm like, yes, dude.
Good. Thank you.
The game's also on the old engine, so
So,
it should
What
run
and,
nice.
The Modern Warfare engine?
No. The one before that, Black Ops 4, that's on that
Oh.
engine.
Oh.
Like the game looks really
But it is
fun,
Black
but it
Ops.
doesn't look as good as like Modern
Oh.
Warfare.
Yeah.
Because Modern Warfare is pretty next level, like gun animations and like everything. It's just the game runs like trash, and like the least best part about that game is the gameplay.
Yeah.
It's like everything looks amazing in that game, and everything like works good on paper, and then you actually play it, and then it's like, wait a minute, I get bored after an hour.
Yeah.
But then you go to a Black Ops game, and it's like, yeah, this looks really arcadey and like bubbly and cool, but it's like super fun. So I was kind of
That's all we
torn.
can
I'm
hope
like, it
for.
doesn't look as good, but I'm probably gonna have a lot more fun playing it.
Yeah. Because it'll work better.
Yeah. There's a beta next month.
That's fast.
Yeah, like a month from now, actually. And then a month after that, the game comes out. So it's in alpha. There's some obvious issues that I saw, but I think in 2 months they can kind of sort it out. Because it didn't look like completely finished, because the trailer looked really nice. And then they showed actual gameplay, and it was not. It didn't look like they had everything in place, like graphically,
Well,
which I
it's
guess
an
is
alpha.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're actually like not lying to us, and it is an alpha, and they change things. Because last year when they had an alpha, it was the finished game, and they didn't change anything. They just marketed it as
Except
like
they
an
made
alpha.
it worse.
Yeah. And then they added a battle royale and ruined the entire game for anybody that has less than a $1,200 computer.
Yeah.
So, but the game looked good. Because there's always that.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare had a really good campaign. It was really fun for like 4 months. But Black Ops 4, I played into the ground, I think. Placed for a few months. I got like the mastery camos where you have to get like the gold camo on every single gun in the game. Got that, and I got like the max prestige mode, which is like getting to level 50 and then resetting. Like, I think it was 10 or 15 times. But that game was stupid easy and stupid addicting. So I'm hoping that's what this game is. Except that game had like operators, so it was like Overwatch, where you had different abilities on different men. This game doesn't have that.
I remember Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was my favorite guy. Black Ops.
Yeah. Black Ops.
But you get multiplayer. Warzone's gonna be new, and it's gonna be Cold War stuff, so there's gonna be Cold War locations and stuff. It'll be a different Warzone with a different engine, I think. Hopefully. That'd be cool. It'll be free again.
Yeah.
You get a complete zombies mode, which will be super epic. Black Ops campaigns are always really good, so I'm sure that'll be good. And the multiplayer looks fun. So hopefully it's $60 worthy, because I'm probably going to pre-order it so I get early access to the beta. I plan on playing it like the entire week I get to play it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Call of Duty, I'm just like, is it fun? Is it addicting? And can I just waste hours shooting people? Because that's all I look for Call of Duty for. It's like, I don't have to try hard. I just have to get on and kill people, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Give me stupid challenges and funny weapon skins for doing it. That's all I need from you.
Well, there you go. Sounds like you're set.
Yeah.
When does that come out? October?
November 9th or like 13th or something.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. I thought the beta was going to be in September, but they made it October. They're pacing it out a little bit.
Oh.
I honestly thought the game wasn't done because they released it they released like their trailer in August, which is like really late for any game that's like looking for a fall release.
Yeah,
so I was a little worried.
Nintendo.
Unless you're
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Like it comes out next week.
Well, Call of Duty has a very like tight schedule. Like game comes out in October, November. The next game gets announced the following May or June, and then the cycle repeats. So this year was like all wacky.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool
it's
thing,
those
though,
yearly
is-
franchises that are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Call of Duty is cool because it's a different developer every year, so it doesn't get stale.
that's true.
Like if you had the Modern Warfare developers releasing another game, I'd be not interested. It's like I'm already playing a game that's on the same engine and everything. But Treyarch gets very fun. They don't really care.
Good.
Modern Warfare was very realism and like everything looks really cool and really accurate, but it wasn't as fun to play. And this year we get all the perks of Modern Warfare, which was you get free DLC and like free content, which I think Modern Warfare was the first game to do that, because you used to have to pay like $15 for a DLC pack, which came with 4 maps that nobody liked and like a zombies map. But now it's all free.
Oh, good.
That's good. Like Black Ops 2, I think me and Babjab had to buy the season pass, which was like $60. You get every like DLC thing, and that's kind of crazy to think back on. Like you're paying for like another game's worth of content, like the price for that, but you're not really getting anything. You're getting a few maps that nobody plays, but we only did it for the zombies maps because those are like the best part of that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that at least, because I think if we all just play zombies, it'll be really fun.
Yeah, probably will. I'm down. I only played Black Ops 4 Zombies and World at War, I guess.
Black Ops 4 Zombies is
yeah, it was alright.
Original Black Ops and Black Ops 2 Zombies was like super fun.
Even better than World at War.
Yeah. That was like the first zombies thing that's ever been in Call of Duty. Everybody was like, what the heck are zombies doing in my game? Now it's all anybody cares about.
Yeah.
I think that it comes out like a week before Cyberpunk. I'm gonna have that and Cyberpunk come out at the same time.
Yeah, I guess the audiences, there's not going to be very much overlap.
Yeah.
But I mean,
also,
like,
they might delay it another half year.
I don't think so. I think it's ready to go. They had people like to play it and review it.
Well, they gotta release it before like December because they have to do the like holiday shopping stuff.
Shop.
I think they're doing free upgrades to next gen consoles. I think Cyber or Project Red is doing that. Or if you buy the game on
I don't know if Call of Duty is, but Cyberpunk
Call of
for
Duty
sure is
doing you have to buy a next gen edition, which is $10 more. So if you buy it on an old console, you pay $10 extra and then you can get it on the new one. But I think Cyberpunk is just keeping it at $60 for all consoles.
Yeah, if you buy it on an old gen, you get the next one for free.
Yeah. Which I feel like should just be a gimme, but
nice.
You know.
It really should, but I mean, you do have to. Actually, no, I was gonna say it's like you do have to port it to the next console, but it's like no, you're releasing
they're all made
it
for
on the
those
next
consoles
console already.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, never mind. Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. But you know, it's only $10, but like, come on.
Yeah.
Xbox is killing it though, I must say. The Xbox One S, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Yeah, the S is only $300.
They're killing it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see how that runs because you can't buy like Xbox Ones are $300 if you get like a new one. I don't know how they're gonna be like making a profit on that if you can buy an old gen for the same amount. So I don't know how it's gonna run. But that's also just I think that's the one where it's download only.
Yeah, there's no disc drive. I think you get Game Pass like when you get the console for a certain amount of time.
Yes. I think you get it for a year.
Yeah, that's a really good deal.
It is. But then did you see that They're raising the price of Xbox Game Pass on
Yeah, I
PC.
saw that.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, they're doubling it. So
Well,
it's
I'm getting rid of it
$10 a
after
month now.
this month probably. So
Yeah, I probably would
Yeah, I
too.
probably will
They're
too.
gonna lose 80% of their Game Pass player base on PC.
there's like 5 games on there that are
Yeah.
cool, but like I wouldn't pay for it for multiple months.
And like, there's a lot of
No.
games, but honestly, there's like 3 I could play and just be done. And then there might be a couple that you guys might want to play with me, but like, there's like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I'd want
Yeah.
to play myself.
we're just sucking up the $1 deal because it's like, why would not pay $1 and have a free library of games for a month?
For
Yeah.
real though.
Possibly, if it comes out soon enough, some EA games.
Yeah, I'll be interested
I
to see how
doubt it.
EA
Oh, yeah.
integrates into it. Because, EA.
It'll probably be like before, like just before Christmas or something that it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sony's got to do something though.
They got it. They were rumored to drop the specs or not specs, but like release date and price of the PS5 yesterday. And they didn't. I was watching like all of like the Sony Twitters and like watching it like over the day. They didn't say anything and they haven't said anything today, but I thought it was funny. Like the so the Xbox price gets announced and Sony is trending for that whole day.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
every single tweet, it isn't like, oh, Sony's got a lot of catching up to do. It's like, bruh, Sony is dropping stuff tomorrow. Xbox. And then I was like, why is that the caption to the picture of the Xbox price?
Console Wars, Omega Rule.
I know.
Dumb. I just like keeping up to date with it because I don't take sides, so it's funny to just watch the people that actually buy the consoles get mad at each other.
Yeah.
But if I were to buy a console right now, Xbox One is looking hot.
I don't think that there's any way that I would buy an Xbox.
Probably not, but like
It's cheaper, but like
yeah.
God, there's nothing to play on an
No.
Xbox that I can't already play on my PC.
Like if PlayStation drops like a $350 price point, then like I'm down.
Oh yeah, I would do that for their download only.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be killer.
Because that would actually like make
Although-
me somewhat consider getting one for exclusives that are going to come out. But I feel like they need to answer Xbox's like $300 console, because it's like if you drop like a $500 or $600 console and that's it, it's gonna be like you're not looking too hot compared to your competitor.
No, I think we talked about this last week, but I think PlayStation they kind of did like they're kind of setting up to do what they did for the PlayStation 3, because
Yeah.
the PlayStation 4 obviously won this console war just like the PlayStation 2 did. So like when Sony made the PlayStation 3, they were like, guys, there's no way that everybody's going to buy this console because we made the PlayStation 2. And then they made it like $797 in today's money. And then it was just like, oh, nobody bought this.
Xbox is like, here's a Xbox 360 for $200. Go through 7 of
Sure,
them. I
it
don't
doesn't
care.
work, and you're gonna have to buy like 3 of them. But
I know.
hey, it's cheap.
Exactly.
So yeah, everybody went from a PlayStation 2 to an Xbox 360 back to a PlayStation 4.
Yep.
So it's
As
like
it should be.
It should be. I think Sony's probably the better company when handling like its library,
Yeah, I would
because
say.
it's more just like, we'll give you infinite time and infinite money to make the best game ever. Sometimes that works. Most of the time it works with like God of War and like Spider-Man. Sometimes it's Death Stranding, but we only don't need to talk about that.
But I want to like.
Some people really like
walking-
that game, so
Some people do.
I think I don't know what the general consensus on that game is actually.
All I've seen is like the first half hour. That's when the person I was watching stopped playing it because he got bored.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Kojima was thinking, honestly.
He was The world isn't ready for that yet. He's just so far
Just
ahead
to
of the
be
curve
nice
that
to
people aren't
him.
even ready.
No, it's
He knows
it's
that in
really
2
dumb.
years, walking games are gonna be the hit. It's gonna be like instead of Fortnite, you have like Walking Simulator 2022, and that's like the best game on the market.
Yep.
Well, there are walking sims. That's an actual genre of
Oh
game.
yeah, it's a
Like
genre.
if you go on Steam and type in walking sim, it's an actual category.
And it's probably a
The
sim
reviews
for
I looked at on
most things.
Steam that were positive were like basically people that turned their graphics to max and didn't mind just walking around because the game looked so pretty, and they were just like, yeah, it's a walking sim, but it looks pretty. I'm like, is it worth $60 for you to walk around and look at things?
No,
You're gonna need
absolutely
that
not.
2080 Ti for those good graphics, but otherwise, it's
Not
worth
for
it,
that
man.
game. That's a PS4 game, but
Oh,
these new games maybe.
Yeah,
New graphics
don't
cards
know.
came out this week too, I think.
them 3080s,
Yeah, I
it's
saw
like
that.
$1,200.
I just want a 3070.
I
It's
just
like
want to like
it's pretty cheap
2080.
and it's like stronger than a 2080 or as strong as a 2080.
Oh, how much is it?
I think it's like got the price of it. It's not a lot.
More
It's
than
like
I have, but
350 or something like that,
Oh.
something around that range.
No, that's
Really?
reasonable.
Yeah.
wow.
Nvidia kind of killed it. They're like,
I mean, I'll probably still wait to buy it until I actually
for
have
sure.
a
I'm
job
gonna-
making some money, but
yeah.
it's actually really good.
Like I want to get a new graphics card, but I need another processor because all of our processors are i5s and they don't have enough cores for modern
Yeah.
games.
Mm,
Yeah,
So like, because I benchmarked mine and everything was like, yeah, it's a really good CPU, but then you just look at it's like a 4-core CPU and everything takes like 4 cores to run.
yeah.
So with these new ones, you get 6 to 8. That's like what you need now. Like, dang
Yeah.
it, I want a graphics card, but I have to buy a stupid chip for $300.
Dumb chip.
And it doesn't even make your computer run faster. It just gives you more cores, so it's easier to run multiple things at the same time.
Wow.
Useless. Jeez.
It's like you need it, but like at the same time, it's not like a very rewarding purchase.
No.
I'm guessing those probably are about the same price, if not more expensive,
I might just save up and like
for a good one.
get Christmas money along with money I'm saving and just get like a 3070 and get a new processor.
Might just ask for those themselves.
Because that's
So-
way too much money. They got money bags over here.
I mean, sell a couple pairs
I
of
would
shoes and maybe.
Merry Christmas. Here's a a box with a little tiny chip you put in your computer. Very exciting.
Yeah. Thank
And then
you.
just spending.
As I get
And
older,
then, well, at least for
my
me, I'd have to like spend an hour and a half on YouTube tutorials figuring out how to actually put it in.
yeah, you'd have to
Or I could just probably take it to a shop, but that probably costs like $50.
yeah,
or
don't do
something.
that. Yeah, you'd have to watch a tutorial though, because you don't want to mess it up. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hey, Poppy, help me out with this chip.
I don't know about that. Look up someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
You need to align the pinups, the pins like
Yeah.
correctly, otherwise you can break something, and then you have to thermal paste it and all that.
Yeah.
That's the plus side of a console. It's like this is the set graphics. You don't get anything better. PC's like, yeah, I've had this thing for 4 years, but I need to upgrade, and it just seems so like horrible to spend this much money on computer parts.
I know.
It's like $600 VR. Yeah, I can make that reasonable. But like spending $600 to make my computer run better and make everything easier for me? Nah. I want the flashy thing.
Especially since like, yeah. Well, I think VR is a little bit easier to justify because it's like something you're actually like interacting with.
Yeah, it's a new
where it's like
experience. It's
your
not just in your
processor and your
computer.
graphics card. It's like, yeah, it looks a little bit nicer and it runs a little bit better, but like, what else am I really seeing out of that
Yeah.
purchase?
Hmm.
I mean, it would help me a lot. It's just I don't have the money to drop. I mean, I'm considering like taking some of my like student like because they gave me way too much money this semester. Like way too much money. I'm gonna have to pay it back anyways,
Why?
but like maybe I just put something in because like if I continue to do schoolwork for the rest of my degree, it's like I should probably have something more powerful. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I filled out my thing. FAFSA or whatever, and I did the same thing every year. And this year they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you like 3 times more than you need per semester. I'm like, chill.
Wait, the FAFSA did?
Yeah.
Or your bank?
No, the
Oh.
FAFSA did. It's like, here's how much you're eligible to get, and it was like way too much. I'm like, you didn't give me this much when I actually needed it.
Weird.
I didn't accept all of it because like you can choose a certain amount to accept. So I'm like, okay, I'm not taking all of this because I'm gonna have to pay it back to you anyways.
Oh, it was still a loan. It wasn't
It's
just
still a
like, hey,
loan,
here's
yeah.
$30,000.
No.
Yeah.
Man, if only they did that, I'd even take it.
I mean, I was thinking like either I take all of it and I open a different account at another bank and just compound interest on that thing, but like in reality, I'm gonna be paying it back in a year, unless something happens and I go back for more or a transfer or something.
You'd make like $20.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ha, squaw made $20 off you. What do you do about that?
Yeah, I don't know. The nice thing about like taking those loans is that they might be subsidized.
True.
So they wouldn't be, yeah. You know, I'm not really hip on the financial gang. My dad's my accountant.
Yeah. My college also
'Cause
isn't
he
very
is,
expensive, so it's not even like it's a big deal.
That's true.
Unless I transfer, but I think I have scholarships lined up already if I do want it. I don't know if I feel like going to school for more, like 4 more years.
Why would you go to school again?
Well, you can
for
like
more?
transfer to a bigger university and get like more. You can get a bachelor's, I guess. That's what it would be. It'd probably be 2 more years actually.
Yeah. Do you need a bachelor's in graphic
No,
design?
you don't even need a degree.
Yeah.
It's just extremely difficult if you don't have a degree.
Right.
I'd have to like want to work at like a major like company or a major marketing firm to even consider doing that.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to really work for the big boys. I just kind of want to work at like a small design firm where I can just live off of a salary. That's all I need.
Right. That would be nice.
That's the plan.
Well, there you go.
Unless the world collapses and then I have to go back to college because I can't do anything else with my life. But we'll get there when that comes.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Yeah.
Things haven't changed.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, there's probably been a couple things I haven't, but you gotta get deep for those.
Corn tariffs went down.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
That's good news.
Did I tell you guys this conspiracy theory already? Or did I tell Grant
which one?
conspiracy theory? The
I don't
one
remember.
about Kim Reynolds, the
No.
Iowa governor.
I don't think so.
Probably a lot about her.
Okay, I don't know where exactly I heard this, but like I think it was like the Des Moines Register or something, so like a local newspaper. They reported that Kim Reynolds met with like either Donald Trump himself or someone from the White House like a couple weeks before lockdown started. And they basically were like, "Okay, hey, would you like your corn export taxes to go down?" And she was like, "Yes, I would like that very much so." And so then they're like, "Okay, cool. Don't lock down the state." And she was like, "Okay, I think I can do that." And so then she did that.
Yeah.
And that's why we didn't have like mask requirements or like businesses getting shut down or whatever.
Seems very plausible.
Yeah. Which it makes a lot of sense because it was like corn's like one of our main exports besides pork.
Yeah. That's a tough decision to be put in as a governor though.
Is it though?
I mean, like,
if you already know which way you're gonna go, is it?
Well, if I doubt she was already leaning towards not shutting things down, but if it was like someone that was like reasonable and like was looking at all the facts and everything, I feel like that'd be a tough decision. It's like you either make more money off of your exports because your economy's probably going to get hit anyway from this thing, or actually like lock down and take precautions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think what's
I
funny though is that she's completely killed her career
Oh, for
at this
sure.
point.
yeah.
Like, I have like family members who are like deep red-blooded Americans where they're like, I'm not voting for anybody if they're a Democrat. I'm only voting Republican. And they're like, straight up, I'm not voting for Kim Reynolds. It's
Yeah.
like, all right. Well,
I honest
that's a good tell.
up until like 2 months ago or so, I honestly didn't know anything about Kim Reynolds. But one day I was like, I want to see what the Iowa subreddit's like. Why not? And literally, the past month has been negative news about Kim Reynolds, and everyone hates her on that subreddit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super surprised. I really
Yeah,
didn't have anything against her before the pandemic.
yeah, like
Apparently, Grant said that she made medicinal marijuana illegal, which
mhm.
is
No, no.
not good.
Big no
Need
no.
to let's get caught up in the world, okay, Kim? But she made that illegal, and Grant was like, "Oh, whatever." You know him; he's a stoner. But
Oh, Grant.
yeah, and then just like everything now, it's just been like,
Yeah,
okay, well, there's like politicians and stuff, and like a good test is like an emergency like this of being like, okay, can you like, how are you at like ruling and like being the people's like voice? And Kim is not that at all.
Yeah.
because like one of the biggest things that everyone always quotes is quote unquote Iowans can handle themselves.
No,
Or
we
it's not
can't. We
exactly
can't.
that, but it's like
I was impressed when I was
Yeah,
down
I
there with
know.
like when we
It's
went
like
record
Iowa
shopping.
strong.
yeah,
But we were
basically they
yeah.
know what to do.
But we were like in the city when I went down by you guys, like when we went record shopping, so they were like, up to date. You have to wear a mask, use
Yeah.
hand sanitizer. That was pretty cool. And I think they did well because my state is like you can't have more than 5 people in the store at once. So it makes it a little bit annoying
Yeah.
to do things like that. But I think both worked well. But yeah, I think as soon as you get out of the metro area in Iowa, it's like nobody's gonna be following anything.
It's
Yeah,
it's like
basically
outlaw country.
it's the Wild West of masks.
Pretty much. Oh, did you see that? Oh wait, I probably shouldn't even talk about it because that's what she'd want. So never mind.
No, don't do it. Maybe after.
I'll just say the InfoWars college girl. She was in the news today,
Oh
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not going to
yeah.
give her any more attention than
Yeah,
she
right there.
wants to. So
Didn't know there was one of those.
I'm pretty sure you do know her. I'm just not going to name her because
It sounds
she's
familiar.
annoying, and I don't want to give her any more attention.
I like
'cause
how she
that's what
gets
feeds
absolutely
off.
destroyed every time she goes back to her school, though.
I love that.
It is one of the few joys I get.
I like how like her one call like save to grace was that she was like, I brought a gun to my graduation, and then Alex Jones like, we need to hire her. We need her on the scene.
We need her.
She seems like a very reputable reporter. I need her for my website. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually ever seen or heard of her, but
Good.
that's pretty interesting.
You know what? Don't. Straight up. She's one of the most like annoying
She's
political
super annoying.
commentarists ever.
Yeah, I've been
She's
like
like
really
worse
out of.
to me than like Alex Jones.
Yeah, I just
Or
stay
she's
away from all
more
that now
annoying.
because it makes life so much easier.
At least Alex
Oh,
Jones
for
is
real.
funny. 'Cause
Alex
gay
Jones
frogs.
is funny.
He's got that to go for him.
It's just one of those
I don't-
people where it's like they know that they're making you angry, except that they're also too stupid
Yeah.
to realize what they're saying is actually stupid and wrong. At least I think. Yeah, she definitely
I don't
believes what
know.
she says. I
She
don't
wants
think.
you, I think.
No, I think she definitely believes what she says. I think anybody would crack under pressure if they didn't. She will get like pushed out of her school anytime she goes there because she intentionally starts stuff and then blames it on other people.
Dude, these libtards are so angry.
Yeah. There is that one time she brought an actual gun onto her campus where guns aren't allowed.
No, she did that to her graduation ceremony.
No, she
That's
did
how
it at
all
her college
started.
too.
Oh, she did it another time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh,
I mean, that
you
doesn't
didn't learn
surprise me.
anything.
No.
I'm pretty sure she brings guns everywhere. She has like that concealed
That's
carry
her
thing, so
thing.
she's just. I
Yeah, you
I
can't do
watched
that
a
in school though.
thing
It's
with
like, what
her
the heck?
where no, you can't bring a gun to school. But I saw her that she like went around one time and was like interviewing people on campus. They're like, do you know about person's name? And they were like, yeah, she's like an idiot. And like, yeah, why would you bring a gun to your graduation ceremony? Like, that's like a really stupid thing to do. And then she was like, well, what would you do if I told you that I was that girl? And then they're just like, I
I'm an
mean,
idiot.
what you did was wrong. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say? You want me to get all mad? It was pretty funny because just like the whole thing backfired on her,
Yeah.
and then she still posted it anyways, being like, "Haha, own these dumb
Got 'em.
libs, got them, Kobe." But it was funny. Like one of the like, it was a group of I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like a group of people, and they were all just like, "Oh yeah, if I saw her, like I would legit like punch her in the face. Like I legit like detest this chick." And then she just was like, "Well, what would you do if I told you I was that girl?" And then she was like, I do want to hit you right now, so you should probably go." And then she's like, "You know I carry, right?" And then it's like, dude, you can't walk around college campus with a gun. Stop
Yeah.
it.
Like, it's not legal.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
Like,
That's like
I
straight
don't
up
know how else to
libertarian
describe
mindset.
it.
Like,
I
I should
don't
be able to
know.
bring my gun anywhere.
No, dude, stop it. It isn't the 1800s. It isn't cowboy times
Yeah.
where everybody was just carrying around a 6-shooter. There's no reason that you need to carry around your glicky at all times, okay?
I think we need to get into the real news this week, though.
What's the real news?
Travis Scott burger.
Travis Scott burger
Travis
is
I
one
know
of the
about
Scott
that.
smartest
burger.
marketing schemes ever.
I'm gonna do a TED talk on Travis Scott burger marketing because it's just so
I
good.
honestly think it's genius. The more it keeps going, the more I'm like, damn, McDonald's killed it. There's no, dang it. Wish I was this smart. I wish I was this good at marketing. I don't know why McDonald's is the one that gets to do it, but
'Cause
like it has like that infamous like meme status.
Oh yeah,
So like everybody's talking
I love it.
about it.
Yeah,
There's like nobody on the planet. Well, no, there's probably no one in the country that doesn't know that Travis Scott has his burger at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because it's literally everywhere.
yeah. They just
I
made it a
know.
meme, and it immediately is just like automatic success.
It's. I think it's really weird, but
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
that that's what they were going for.
Yeah, I mean it's McDonald's. You have literally nothing to lose, so why not get like one of the biggest men in America, one of those popular people, and just be like, "Hey, burger." And Travis Scott will literally do anything. He's done a TikTok thing. He's done like, or no, that was like a Fortnite concert.
Fortnite.
Yeah, he'll do anything. He doesn't care.
He's a Fortnite skin.
Yeah, he's literally a Fortnite
Yeah.
skin, and now he has a McDonald's burger.
It's my dream of
Oh,
Fortnite.
The
yeah.
man's
skin.
owning.
This dude made like one good album, and then he made Sicko Mode, and then he was in the Super Bowl, Fortnite, and he has his own McDonald's burger.
Exactly. That's not even controversial.
No,
Well,
that's
actually,
just the truth.
some Travis Scott fans will get angry, but
Oh, shut up, Travis Scott fans. You know that your guy's a
they'll
joke.
say that there's 2 good albums, but I think Travis Scott's
Oh,
reaching
there's 2
meme
good
status.
albums?
Well, one's like for sure good, like it's not debatable, and then the other one was like the one that Sicko Mode was on. And then most
Astroworld?
people say it's good, but it's not like near what the other one was.
Yeah.
But I personally don't like Travis Scott, so I don't have much of a say because I know I don't like that kind of music, so I can't really have a good opinion on it.
I do kind of like Sicko Mode. I don't know if that's controversial in
Sicko
this
Mode's
friend
cool.
group. I like the I don't know the da, 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 da.
I think
like
his
that
production's really
part of it.
nice.
Yeah,
It's very psychedelic. But
and the Drake part's funny because I
yeah,
can't
because
think of
Drake's funny.
sicko mode without dicko mode.
Yeah, exactly. Legend.
It's the best.
I just can't get over because Travis Scott doesn't even write a lot of his own songs, but it's not even like there's much to write there. It's not like he's some like insanely good songwriter. He started as a producer, but he doesn't even produce a lot of the stuff he does anymore. So it's like you're a DJ Khaled kind of, but like you have the auto-tune voice to be on the microphone and say what you've had help writing. So it's like I don't really get it.
I don't know. He's actually on the microphone. DJ Khaled is just kind of
Exactly.
Can you be on this song that someone else wrote for me?
Travis Scott knows how to produce, and he knows how to like make good albums, or like at least have a good concept. So he's an artist. He's just not like what I look for in an artist. It's just kind of like, yeah, you're doing great, but like you have so much outside help. It's like, is it really you?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But, you know, that's not going to stop him from not getting a McDonald's burger.
Oh yeah, I'm cheering for Travis Scott because he's a mad lad.
I don't know anything about his personality besides that he made sicko mode. He fell off the stage at a concert while auto-tuned and it made a funny sound. And he seems to be killing it with his marketing team.
Exactly. I'm like,
his marketing team.
Anybody who doesn't care enough to be in Fortnite and have a skin made and do a McDonald's collaboration, I like. Like
that's true.
Most rappers would not do that because it ruins their reputation or like ruin their image.
Yeah.
But Travis Scott's just like, yeah, give me it all. I don't care.
I don't care. I want to see like I don't know, like Travis Scott. I want him to like push it even further, where it's just like Travis Scott officially immerses. Like I don't know, like Adam and Eve, Travis Scott collab. I would like to see that.
I don't know how like you go more left field than just like Travis Scott McDonald's.
I don't know. We kind of hit a peak.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll think of something.
Like, yeah, I mean, this has got to be like one of the biggest like celebrity endorsement like products ever.
Yeah, it was like back when Michael Jordan was popular and everything had Michael Jordan on it.
Right.
But now it's just Travis Scott.
It's like that, but now Travis Scott. Yeah.
Except the MJ stuff was forced a lot because they all put it like on basketball. It's like, I'm the best basketball player and I drink Sprite at McDonald's. And then Travis Scott's just like, I like McDonald's when you just put the bacon on my burger and give me barbecue sauce. And they're like, yeah, let's do that.
Color. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It seems so fake before with like, you know, like Shaq doing like selling these like small cars and it's like you can't even fit in that. Exactly. But it's like Travis Scott in Fortnite and at McDonald's. I can see him actually enjoying those things. That makes sense.
Maybe it's because we don't know a lot about him, but I feel like he's just kind of a guy that's just like, yeah, chill. I'll do whatever.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him, so I'm not really an authority just to be like.
Yeah, it's like we know Shaq, so it's like weird. But
yeah.
McDonald's seemed like they forced the marketing for it because it was like really, really stupid, but it was also a meme. So it like kind of helped them in the long run, even though they were being extremely stupid and like, hey kids. But it worked.
Yeah. Do you think that McDonald's attitude helped or hurt them in the long run?
I don't know how you'd like genuinely make a good McDonald's Travis Scott collab if like there's no meme potential there. Like say this is like 10 years in the past, but Travis Scott was still relevant somehow, and then you do this promotion, it's like, I don't know, I think it flops. But the meme potential just drags it all the way.
Yeah, I don't know. Like 10 years ago, like Taylor Swift with a McDonald's collab.
It would be weird.
Like, why did you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Travis Scott just makes sense because he's just like been doing everything.
Right.
Even with like other artists that are big right now, like if like Billie Eilish did like a McDonald's collab, they'll be like, why
Yeah, why?
why'd you do that?
And Billy's whole
I don't
persona
know.
is so moody that it'd be like, why? Like
Yeah.
Travis Scott is just like, he's so out there. It's like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it was a
Oh,
success for them.
yeah. So that was the real news this
Yeah, that
week.
was the real news. That's all anybody was talking about.
Right. Uh, well, I went to high school yesterday.
Cool. What do you learn?
That's true. That's true.
Nothing. They
As
learned about.
usual.
They were reading books that I had already read.
Oh.
So yeah. Because for those who don't know, I am kind of like being a baby student teacher right now.
Observer.
Kind of that was pretty much just what I did yesterday, was observing, but like my mentor teacher is like, hey, on your last day you're going to teach something. I was like, cool, what am I going to teach? I don't know yet. Okay, epic. It's going to be hard to do a lesson plan if I don't know what I'm going to teach, but
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm also going to be like grading papers and stuff, but I didn't have any. But maybe I will next week. But this whole thing is supposed to last 10 weeks. And let's see. Yesterday I stayed from 8:30 to 2:30, which is 6 hours, and I have to get 30 hours done. So I'm like, hey, what if I just like get this done in like 2 weeks? Monday, Friday, 8:30 to 2:30, and then we can get done because fun fact, the county that I guess I can say this. The county that I'm teaching at is like the third worst county in terms of coronavirus cases. So it's like, hey, get this done fast. So just in case we all go online again.
You just observe an online class and just have to sit there.
They said that like the person who coordinated this whole thing was like, if they go online, you're just gonna have to do it via Zoom. It's like, oh geez, I'm gonna have to get like dressed up and like go to the library and check out a room or something, because I don't want to like teach while my roommate is playing Call of Duty next to me.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird.
Yelling, calling kids like names and stuff. I don't want to say anything, but
you'd be the cool teacher.
Yeah.
The student teacher's always really cool or really awkward, so it's like you got to be the cool one.
Yeah, I gotta be the cool guy. Except I was not the cool guy yesterday. Pretty much all I did yesterday was I had a chair in the corner and I sat there for most of the period, except for the beginning. And she used me as like, this guy's a dummy. Fill him in on what we're doing. So, like, there was 3 classes I saw yesterday. So there was like sophomore English, advanced English, and AP literature. So AP literature was mostly seniors, advanced English was sophomores and juniors, and then sophomore English is just sophomores. But each class, because they're doing like A day, B days, like hybrid stuff.
Yeah.
So like all the classes are cut in half. But I didn't have a class. I think the class that I had that had the most students in it, there was 9 students in there. And the fewest one was 4.
That's kind of nice, though.
It is kind of nice for when I'm starting out, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like not a whole lot of people. The pressure is pretty low.
Exactly.
So that's actually kind of nice, but kind of hard to tell if like, am I going to be comfortable talking to like 30 students at a time? I don't know.
Right.
There's 4 of us. Yeah, but like what would happen would be like my mentor teacher would be like, "Hey, as you can tell, there's a guest here. He's a field experience guy from UNI, so why don't you tell him a little something about yourself? And then I would be like, okay, this was my general intro. I will tell you that I did flub it on 7th period,
Epic.
so I'll give you the flub that I did. But, for most of them, I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm Mr. Olson," because I have to be referred to as,
You
like,
got
a
to be
teacher
professional.
now. Yeah, so I had to be like, "Hey, I'm a teacherman. Let's see, this is my first semester at UNI. I'm gonna be majoring in social sciences, and, fun fact about me, I'm actually transferring here from a film school in Savannah, Georgia. I was gonna be a film major, and I've been on a set before, so if you guys have any questions about, um, film stuff, I'd be happy to talk to you about that. That's one of my passions." And then I would say like, yeah, English isn't exactly my field, but, I've read some of the
I
books that
could read.
you guys are talking about, so I should be able to follow along." And then my mentor teacher would be like, you're familiar with having these, like, observers in the room. Why don't you fill them in on what we're doing this week?" And, like, I actually think that was, like, really smart because it's like, you gotta get the kids to talk, like, remember what they were saying and, like, it's a good idea, but, like, I would have to, like I would go to, like so I only had 3 classes that I was present in, and I was there for, like, 7 periods. So, like, there were times where it was, like, the 3rd time we were going over the Crucible Act 1, and, like, I would be like, "Yeah, I don't know, I've read The Crucible, but, like, I don't know." And then she was like, "Yeah, what are we doing this week?" I told them that we're reading The Crucible, but do you know what we're doing this week? And then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna be doing Act 1." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I know, because I was here the last 2 times they did it, but
Gotta keep
yeah.
the kids engaged.
Yeah, you gotta get them engaged.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel like the hardest part of teaching for me would be just getting kids engaged.
yeah,
That seems like a
I don't
nightmare.
know how you would do it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I don't know how you would do it with, like, English because I am like not at all passionate about that.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can I expect these guys to like be woohoo? Let's learn about John Proctor,
I love
or
John
like they were
Proctor.
reading The Handmaid's Tale in AP Literature. So it's like, how do I get these kids excited in The Handmaid's Tale
Yeah.
when I read that book like 3 years ago, and I don't really remember like super loving it. I thought it was pretty good, but it wasn't like, wow, that was a really good book. Um, so yeah, I was just like, I don't know how you do it generally. When it's like, if it was like a social class and it's something like, this is important, you guys need to know this stuff just to live in real life.
Mhm.
Like, I think that would be a little bit easier because it's
For
more
sure.
directly like, hey, look, like, I know some of you guys may not like US history because that seems like ancient stuff. But let's talk about stuff that happened like 30 years ago, something like super recent
That's
that still
always
affects you
very
right now.
interesting. Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could get, like like, that's the stuff that I love is, like, tying stuff into how it affects like, people now. I love that. Um,
Oh God.
I mean, The Crucible does because it's about
It does, but like,
McCarthyism,
yeah.
but yeah, so I'll tell you guys my funny little flub that I did in 7th period. So let's see, 7th period was, it was my 3rd Crucible one, and Uh, I think I was telling my roommate, I was like, when I first started off, I was like a little bit nervous because it was like the first time I'd been in front of a classroom. Like some of the people in this like field experience already have like, oh, I tutored people, or like I've actually worked in a classroom as like a co-teacher or something. I haven't had any of that. So this was like the first time in front of a classroom, period. And so, like, I was a little bit nervous doing it, but, like, I knew the general points, and I felt like, when it's like I don't know if you guys are like this, but it's like, that, like, you're doing it, like, attendance is coming up, and you know that your name is coming up, and you
Yep.
know that all you have to do is say "here,"
Yep.
but, like, for some reason, even though, like, you're just like trying to count off how many people are in front of you so you don't mess up just saying that one word.
Exactly.
I just had that feeling like this entire time, especially since my teacher was just like, "Hey, I'm just gonna have you introduce yourself." And like usually when I'm told like in a classroom, "Hey, you need to introduce yourself," it's like, "Hey, do give me your name, where you're from, and a fun fact about yourself or something." They usually give you like criteria. I've never been told to just write like free ball an introduction about yourself. So that was something I needed to do. But I figured like I was my mom called me the day before and she was like, "I just want to make sure that you're ready for school." And I'm like, "Yes, I'm ready. All I have to do is get this introduction." And she was like, "What are you gonna talk about? You're gonna talk about film school? Are you gonna talk about your podcast?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna talk about my podcast.
You
I
don't
don't
do
want
that.
students finding this
Yeah,
podcast
no, no,
because
no, no. We don't need that.
no, we don't.
That's like the
I
least
don't
thing you
need
want like students to know is like your personal YouTube channel or content that you do. That's not something that's yeah.
y yeah, I mean, like, they were, my coordinator for this field experience was like, straight up, don't mention, like, social media at all
Exactly.
because, like, some students will be
They will
like,
find you.
"Ooh, you have a Snapchat?" Yeah.
To ruin your life.
Not like that, but, you know, uh, let me see. Oh, I was gonna say my flub in 7th period. So, like, yeah, I was a little bit nervous going into it, and then, like, around, like, 5th and 6th, like, I had lunch, and at lunch, I like they don't let teachers, go to the lunchroom, I guess, and they don't let teachers go in, like, small areas to eat lunch, and they're basically expected to, like, eat by themselves in their room just so they're, like, to be safe or whatever. But, like, the classroom that I was in was pretty big. It was an old science lab that, I guess like, annexed they, like, made a new science wing, and so, like, they're just like, "Hey, English teachers, you're going to the old science lab." So, it was pretty big. It's a big room. So, they just, like, um it was, like, my teacher, and then another English teacher, and then, like, the department head of English was there, and they were just, like, spread out, and I was in my chair in the corner because that's how it is. But, I got to, like, talk to these nice ladies and, like, they were giving me career advice and all that stuff, so I was like, "You know what? I'm getting a little bit comfy here," and so in 5th and 6th, like, I was able to do it a little bit more casually. I wasn't so uptight about it. And then in 7th, I think I got too comfortable because
Oh,
I was trying to be, like, personable and,
Mhm.
like, like, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, hello, my name is John Carpenter, and I'm a boring businessman," and, like, I was gonna be, like, a little bit more laid back with it. So I was like, hey, everybody. I'm Mr. Olson. I'm a social sciences major at UNI. This is my first semester here. Um, let's see. I actually transferred here from Savannah, Georgia, and I was a film student there, and I've even been on set before. Not to toot my own horn, but um, that's a
negative.
fact, and, yeah, English isn't my field, but I'm gonna do my best to follow along, and then my teacher just was like, "That's great," like, she cut me off because I was scrambling. Yeah, so that was a little bit rough, but then in 8th period, I salvaged it, and it was like that was probably the best one I did,
Yeah.
and so yeah, that was nice, and then I had this realization on my drive home. 'Cause I was like, "Man, I'm so glad I'm not gonna have to do introductions again, because it's like, these are the same kids." And then I realized on Monday, I'm gonna be with the B group of students,
Yep.
so I'm gonna have to introduce myself all day again. So,
Nice.
that's rough. That was, like I did not like doing that. But, yeah, I did it. I was there for 6 hours, and I'm fine. I did it. I was pretty tired, though.
Yeah.
After I was done, I was, like, zonked. Which you guys know I got off super early yesterday.
Guys.
I was, like I was pooped. So, there you go. That was my epic journey to my kind of student
High school
teaching.
part 2.
High school too, except I don't I don't know, I'm not a student. So, yeah.
Pico.
Cool.
It was pretty cool, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I just sit at home all day. Probably cooler
Yeah.
than what I do.
Oh, good for you. You know, some of us have to go places.
I know.
I wish I could go places.
I know, I'm just kidding. I've been watching too much of the Chris Chan documentary. It's
Yeah,
like
you
I think
probably
it's
have.
affecting my mental state. It makes me really sad.
Sad boy hours.
I should probably take a break. Because it is like, because there's no winners in the Chris Chan situation.
No.
Like, I don't know how familiar everybody is with the Chris Chan situation, but oh man, it's like I think I've gotten to the point now where it's like he's like starting to learn from his mistakes because like the big thing that the trolls would do is that they would like set up these different personas that are like their girlfriends. They would be like, "Hi, I'm Vivian," and then he would be like, "Hi, Vivian, I love you." And then Vivian's like, "If you really love me, then you'd send me a video of you belly dancing." He's like, "Okay, I'll do it," and then he does it, and then it gets leaked online. He's like, "How did that get leaked online? I don't understand." So I don't know how he didn't realize that they were a troll immediately because the video was up on the, like, pages and stuff. But yeah, I'm at the
This was
point now
earlier
where,
internet.
like, trolls are, like, starting to come up and be like, "I'm a girlfriend." He's like, I'm a little bit skeptical because I've been" like, the trolls have been creating these fake accounts, and then they're like, "No, I'm not fake. See, here's a picture of myself." And then they just take like a stock photo of a woman, and he's like, "Aha, they are real."
Works for me.
It's like, dang, Chris, you're so close. Just stop. Stop falling for this. But also, he's very homophobic, and he doesn't like black people. So
That's enough.
All balances out.
there's no winners because it's like I wish I could be like, "Guys, stop taking advantage of Chris. He's just a nice boy." But he's not. So, yeah. For those who don't know, there's a comprehensive history of Chris Chan by Geno Samuel 2.1.
I don't know why he went so
It's
in depth.
actually wait, what?
I don't know why he went so in depth with it, but
It's it's everything. It's literally everything that in like the histories of the entire situation. It's kind of crazy. But it's called the comprehensive history for a reason. It's every but yeah, I'd highly recommend it. It's actually a really good documentary. I've just been watching too much of it too fast because I'm at the point where I'm like running out of stuff to watch just on a day-to-day basis. So
yeah.
it's just like, oh, I'll just pop on the Chris Chan documentary while I play Minesweeper or something. So yeah, I think I started it like last week and I'm already like 26 episodes in, and each episode is 40 minutes or more. So
Yikes.
there's a lot of Chris Chan content going in my
Yeah.
brain right now. And it's kind of gotten to the point where it's just like there are some aspects of myself that I'm like, oh no, I'm a little bit like Chris in that way. I need to work on that.
We're all a little bit
So
like Christian.
There's a little Christian inside of all of us.
Yeah,
I hope not. Like,
apparently it is for you.
yeah, I just hope that there isn't Chris Chan in everybody. But yeah, I don't know. I found his YouTube channel. He still posts. Like,
Wow.
this guy's never gonna run out of content. Although he isn't making Sonichu anymore. And pretty much all he's doing is being like, "My mom has Parkinson's," and then his mom pretends to have Parkinson's, and he's like, "Please donate to me," and then they donate money, and then like he buys like a PS4 Pro, and he's like, "This is my new PS4 Pro gameplay,"
Hey
and it's just like,
guys.
Chris Chan, why would you lie to me, Chris Chan? Although I will
Christine
say
Chan.
this isn't a spoiler because he's a real person, but he's Christine Chandler
Yeah, he's
now,
Christine
so
Chandler.
Oh,
yeah,
Get it
he
right.
transitioned into a woman. But I brought that up to say, you know, how genius of a name is that? Because you could still go by Chris
It's true,
Chan.
it's true. It's next level thinking right there.
So that's next level. But it's so funny because I know that going in, and like he goes so hard on himself, and he's like, "I am straight. Get it through your thick skulls. I am straight." And it's like, I I know you're gonna be like trans in a couple years. It's like I don't know. If only the like people who are trolling him then knew what was gonna happen to
Yeah.
him. It's kind of funny. But enough about Chris Chan.
Christian.
I don't have a segue.
Oh.
Does anyone have anything else?
no.
There's a new Dissect season out on Spotify.
About what?
Childish Gambino's Because the Internet.
Oh,
Not what I was
I
expecting.
thought everybody liked the other one.
No.
blue one.
Some people like this one the best. I like the blue one the best. But Because the
Let's
Internet's
awaken my love.
still kind of good. I haven't started listening to it yet, but I'll provide updates. Because the
Okay.
Internet has an entire screenplay written with it. Because Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'll just write an entire screenplay for my album. Fine. So we'll see how in depth it gets. Because there's no way I'm reading the screenplay, so I'll let a podcast decipher it for me.
There you go.
Be a nice learning experience.
Yeah. That'll be nice. I know how much you love those podcasts.
Yeah, I just didn't do the last one because it was Beyonce and I wasn't too interested.
Is that Lemonade?
Yeah. That one had a film to go along with it, so that was also like,
Yeah.
you had to like physically watch some of the episodes. I'm like, I just like turning these on when I'm doing stuff. Just for some reason, my brain is wired where I can pay attention to a podcast that's going super in depth about like songwriting and like lyricism, but I can also do something else and I can still get all the information.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to do usually. But
Mhm.
I have to be passionate about it because if it's Beyonce and I've listened to it twice and it's like, yeah, it's pretty good, but do I want to listen to a whole season on it? Because when they go for an hour for each episode, it's like I have to really like the album. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of commitment.
It is though.
Although you get a lot done when you wake up at like 8 every day, because I end up just running out of stuff to do by like 4 o'clock. So anything new that I can do be good.
For real though. I've just been doing nothing.
Usually I stream for
Well,
like
I've
2
been-
hours and that's it. But
How's that going? You getting any traction?
I'll get a few people every now and then.
Okay.
It's not like it's like, oh my god, I'm getting an entirely new like base of people that are here. but I'm playing an oversaturated game, so it's like I don't expect anything.
Yeah.
But it holds me to a standard when I go live and I stream and I play the game, and it helps me play
Mhm.
because it puts me in a different mindset than I would usually be when I'm solo queuing. If I
Yeah.
like commentate what I'm doing and kind of like say things out loud, it's different than when you do it in your head, because it can get very negative very quickly, especially when you're solo queuing in Valorant. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna say what I'm doing out loud, and then I can fix things if that sounds wrong, or I can do all that, so I can make adjustments. But like when I used to play Counter-Strike probably like 5 hours a day solo queue, it wouldn't get as bad as Valorant does if you play solo queue without doing anything else.
Why is that?
Because there's a lot more factors that can hurt you than help you,
Oh.
with the whole agents, and communication's very, very important. And I've actually had quite a few like really, really good teams where like everybody's communicated. But there's also been the obvious like nobody talks, and that game you're stuck to whatever your agent you play. So in CS, I could carry my way through an entire game because everybody has the same equipment and the same abilities, because there are no abilities in that game. But this game, it's like if I get stuck on a supporting agent and my team is like not man enough to push into a bomb site, like I'm stuck. We ran into this issue, and like all three of us played too, because we all play support characters. It's like if the people that are supposed to go don't go, it messes everything up.
Yeah.
So it gets frustrating, but I actually don't get mad when I stream.
That's good.
So I don't know if that's because I'm streaming, or I don't know. It's like, yeah, I'm doing the right thing, probably. Most of the games I do like top frag anyways, so it's not like I'm not confident in my ability. So it's like, yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna kind of chill and play.
Mm-hmm.
And you never run into hackers in that game.
Oh, yeah.
CS, eventually you'd get hackers, and then it just ruined the entire experience.
Yeah. For real. I remember that. It just kills your mood for like a whole hour or more. It's rough.
When we first started playing Valorant too, like I think all of us noticed, like the mental reset in that game is so much easier. Because like if I'm having a really, really bad day, I can choose a different agent and my mindset completely just resets because I play it differently. It's like everything just changes.
That's true.
But that's usually what I do when I have free time. Because I tried playing Forza because I have the Xbox Pass.
Oh,
I downloaded Forza, and it's like 90 gigs, and I started playing it today. And it has the longest loading screens I've ever seen since GTA 5.
I don't know. It'll get worse every update.
This was really bad. Like
5 minutes bad?
No, like 10 minutes bad almost.
Oh god, it is.
But it'd be after every race, and like at the beginning of the game, it's all the small races because you're like, here's your Ford Focus, go race people. I'm like, okay. But every race you got into, you had to load for 5 minutes, and then the race takes 5 minutes, and then you have to load for 5 minutes again to get out of the race. I'm like, I just wanted to relax, jam out, and drive a car, but I'm stuck in a loading screen for 95% of this game.
That sucks.
Yeah. So thank you, Xbox Game Pass, because I can pay $1 and not have to regret anything.
Right. Perfect.
Exactly. Sea of Thieves is really fun though.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah. It's like chill and like cool.
Yeah. I will say that WT flip does the ship not save? I want my G-dang pigs to save.
I don't like almost starting over every single time you play.
You gotta pay for pets.
I know. That's probably Microsoft.
Probably is. That progression system's weird in that game though. It's like all your stuff on your, like your customization and all that save. You lose like all the equipment in your inventory and all the equipment on your boat every single time you log off.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
almost a reset,
It's pretty weird.
Pretty much is.
but it's still
Yeah,
fun, so I don't care.
yeah,
Well,
it's fun. I like it. I wish we had more. We need to do some more like ship to ship combat
Yeah,
because we are severely
we tried to
lacking on
force
that.
it, and then the other guys were just like really chill, and it was kind of surprising because like I felt bad shooting him in the face because like they weren't fighting back at all, and they were just kind of hanging out, but we wanted to get into combat.
We just
I feel like
we just-
P actually is
do you,
a common in that game.
do you want to tell the story of what happened so our audience knows?
Okay, we're in a big boy 4-man ship, like the big old boy. We roll up on like a small little 2-man ship, and we anchor right next to them, and we ask them if they tried the Travis Scott Fortnite burger. They said no, so I said wrong answer and shot him in the face. But then they didn't retaliate; they just stood there. So they were just standing there, and we were shooting them, and then it got really awkward. I was like, "You're supposed to retaliate and make this like a cool battle," but they just didn't.
And then I think it was the bad jab. He harpooned one of them onto our boat, and we just killed him like 10 seconds later.
He was like, "Whoa!" and then he died.
Then they spawn back on the
they
boat
just
if you don't destroy it. So I'm just standing on their boat, and then he comes back, and I'm like, "This is awkward."
Yeah.
Then it took us 20 seconds to get the anchor off and drive away. It's like, this is the worst I've experienced. Like, the one time you want people to be aggressive, like, towards you, they're just like, chill.
Isn't there like a PvP like game mode in it though?
There probably is.
There's the arena.
Yeah, the arena.
Sounds
I don't
intimidating.
know what that is.
And I feel like the combat in that game wouldn't be the greatest.
Nah.
Not very fluid.
No.
I looked up how. Okay, one thing in the combat and why I stopped using the sniper is apparently. Well, first of all, you don't get a reticle to aim, so you're just like, how do I aim with this thing?
There's a crack in the glass that goes to the center, so you can kind of see.
I use that when shooting one of the guys beforehand. I don't think that's actually where the reticle is.
It is.
If it is, then my aim from like 20 feet away is terrible. It's like hard to use, but it also, you can't one-shot anything with it, apparently.
I was one-shotting skeletons all over the place. You can't one-shot people, though.
Skeletons, but yeah, that. Apparently, the meta weapon of the game is the blunderbuss.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just gotta get in close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fun little game for $1.
It's fun.
For now.
Until like October. Like 5th or something.
Yeah.
But by that point, the game doesn't look
God.
like it has like an insane amount of content. So by that point, I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
And then another month after that, and then everything comes out. So.
Woo!
Yeehaw! A single player game I want to play. And I have time to play.
Yay.
Yes, dude.
So cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be super flipping epic.
Like when
Except I still don't know anything.
like when like Fallout 4 came out or whatever. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, a good single player game," and then everybody talks about where they're at, and then it's like, cool.
Yeah, I do like that. We haven't had that in a long time.
I think Spider-Man
Just
is like another one, kind of.
Or like Breath of the Wild was kind of like that. Where like everybody was like, there's a new Zelda out. Dude, why aren't you playing Breath of the Wild yet?
Last of Us 2 you couldn't talk about because everybody had to play it.
Yeah.
Everybody had to like stay like their own bubble. So it wasn't like a communal experience.
Yeah, that was a little bit rough, but it was something that everybody played though. Like you could tell like everybody was playing it, but nobody was talking about it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't get involved in the conversation on this one on Cyberpunk because I think it's like narrative based again.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love narrative based games, but I can't talk to anybody about them because I'm always late. always
But I
take
think
my
there's more to the
time
narrative in
with
that
it.
game, though. It's like the game is just going to be massive. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
narrative's like main focus. I think your character path is
Well,
main focus.
that's true. I don't know what. Yeah. I never really got far enough into The Witcher 3.
I
I've
haven't
tried to
even
play
played
it
that
3
game.
times, and I can't ever get into it. It's like the
Yeah.
most frustrated I've ever been in like a gaming thing.
For single player games, I need something like Cyberpunk where it's like super huge, or like Fallout where it's like gigantic open world. You make your own decisions. You can do whatever you want. Or it needs
Mhm.
like an incredible story.
Yeah.
I can't do any of the Assassin's Creeds or anything.
No. Well, The Witcher is like it's huge.
Yeah.
It's like Grant says, like it's like 50 hours to beat it. And that's just doing like if you're just doing main story stuff
But it's
and
very
not
story
doing
driven,
like
isn't
any
it?
Yeah. And I mean like the dialogue and like everything is great. It utilizes um actually I don't know if it does for the most part, but like I was gonna say like the automated animations for dialogue.
Yeah.
That is like one of my least favorite things
I
ever.
hate that so much.
Yeah, I was like playing the outer worlds, and I was like, man, I'm so excited. This is the Obsidian like Fallout thing that we've always wanted. And like it's just entirely automated animation. I was like, dang it. Doesn't look real. Yeah,
Naughty Dog
I don't
facial
like it.
animation's undefeated.
I
Makes
don't know how
everything
they
so much
make it
better.
look
It's
so good.
insane.
I don't know how someone can go from that to like um I don't know what other game off the top of my head. I mean like I think Assassin's Creed is kind of just the
It's
scapegoat
kind of the
of just
scapegoat
being
because it's
like
like that genre. But yeah,
yeah.
that's why I don't go back. I played Spider-Man. Spider-Man was fantastic. I played Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2 was fantastic. That's about the majority of my single player games recently.
God of War is so freaking good.
I need to play that. Really.
It's so good.
Probably get it
I
for
can't
cheap,
stress
actually.
enough how good that game is.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. If you can get a free month of PS Now, you can download it.
The Sony, not a chance.
Yeah, I know.
Not a chance.
I know. Yeah, PS Now is like it's the most hit or miss like game subscription thing.
Yeah.
It's like Xbox, it's like it's mostly quality on there. But PS Now, it's like you go from like God of War
Get
or
the
like
Nintendo
Last of
issue.
Us and Uncharted to like Super Stacker
Yep.
Plus.
You get the Nintendo issue.
Yeah. Sudoku
You get like
on
the
the
most
PlayStation.
base games ever. You get like the absolute bangers sometimes. The rest of the store is like really basic games and like visual novels.
Yeah.
Could be because they're
Kinda
not like
sucks
a
though.
Western company, but like, yeah, it's just weird.
I don't know. I thought I think it was Drew Gooden who made a video about this, but he was saying something s- like Sony puts out so many like exclusive games that their subscription service doesn't need to be that great because people are already buying the games at
Yeah.
$60. So it's not as high a priority as Xbox, where it's like they haven't put out like a like a
Absolute
compelling
banger.
exclusive.
Yeah.
So they're like, can we get like every good game that has come out, like Cuphead and
Sea of Thieves.
like Sea of
Sea of
Thieves? Well,
Thieves.
I mean, I
All
was
of our
trying to
racing
think of not
exclusives. Like,
Microsoft games,
yeah.
but yeah, like they got to put into work because they don't do that otherwise. Sorry, all the Recore fans out there. I know that you guys are hiding in the cracks there. Does anyone here know what Recore is?
Ecor.
Okay, good. That's what I figured. I don't think people were talking about Recore. They're like, oh snap. the first like compelling Xbox exclusive. I gotta have it, and then nobody talked about it after that.
Remember Anthem?
Yeesh.
It existed.
It did.
Xbox can have every single upper hand in the world, but they will never have better games, and it's the only thing that's keeping Sony like level, right?
Yeah.
Kind of insane.
Well, that's why they're the. I, I don't know. I think as like putting out games, I think Sony and Nintendo are kind of like neck and neck.
Yeah.
Cause like Nintendo will put out like a really, really solid title, and then they'll just be like, okay, new Mario game will come out on the next console. It's like, dude, just give us Super Mario Odyssey 2 in like 3 years. But they're like, no, we have to make it too good. Like, oh, I appreciate that.
I appreciate
But also put Super Mario Galaxy 2 onto All Stars Collection, you idiots.
We'll have to wait till Cyberpunk
Dumb.
comes out, but I like waiting for games longer. Because it usually turns out more quality.
Oh yeah, I'm not usually like, yeah, if there's a delay, it's fine
Yeah.
for me. I was a little bit disappointed when the Lego Star Wars was delayed because
I just get a little
that was
frustrated
just
when
like
it
a dumb
happens like
game.
4 times for the same game, but
Oh yeah, if it's like that, it's a little bit questionable. Or if it's for like a super long time. Like
yeah.
it was like, oh, it's coming out in a couple weeks. Actually, it's coming out summer of like the next year. It's like, okay, something went wrong there.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be
You purpose the whole
normally
game.
because a lot of games have been delayed for next year,
Yeah.
but that's because the pandemic.
Yeah, that's a different story.
So that's different because like there was actually something that they couldn't control that set them back.
Mhm.
But under normal circumstances, when stuff gets pushed back for a really long time off of like one delay, it was like, okay, cool. Like their whole servers must have been flooded and they
Yeah.
have to like recreate the game from scratch and they think that they can do it in like 8 months.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do it in like 8 months.
I feel like if consumers had an insight on like how these companies like have their games ready for release, everybody would have a heart attack. So it'd be like,
Oh,
this is
it's-
what I'm playing, and like the reality is probably the game devs just slaving constantly, and like everything's just super messy and chaotic, but it just turns out fine.
It's just literally the
Yeah,
game dev like job.
Yeah.
It's just
it
exactly
is.
what it is.
I mean, that's like I've seen like some game devs like talk about it, like that they've been trying to like lower the crunch of it all.
Mhm.
And like I don't know, like that whole like No Man's Sky fiasco where just like they promised way too much and they couldn't reasonably get it done in the time that they were given. It was just like, yeah, we're gonna try to like not do that now.
Everybody
So
learned a
they're
little
trying
bit.
to phase it out. But yeah, that's like straight up like there's no way that like the human brain can function like doing a game dev's job.
No, it's
Like
insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. It's also like
Party rooms with TVs and pool tables. That's how they do it.
yeah,
Yeah. Other than that, they live in their office doing their stuff.
Pretty much. Yeah.
it's crazy. I think that it's interesting that I think a lot of things are like that though in the I think that's just how the entertainment business is.
That's how my
There's this
business works too, but like it's not at the same scale, obviously.
No. I was gonna bring up there's this documentary about the South Park production like schedule. I think it's called 6 Days to Air, but it's literally that. They write, they cast, and then they record everything for the episode, and then they have to animate it, and then on the last day it ships out. And it's like they do that in 6 days. They make an episode of South Park in 6 days, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
They don't like pre-make them and then
Yeah,
like
I've heard
release
about
them
that.
out. They
That's
actually
crazy.
take the week. How do you do that?
Crazy.
I guess that's how SNL is too.
It is, but like that
But
work
that's
ethic
like
just seems insane.
yeah. I think SNL is different than South Park in that SNL, the majority of the time is writing, but like you already have a cast, so you don't have to worry about that. So you just have to write a sketch and then you have to get the costumes and the sets made in like the 4 days. And then like the actors have to rehearse and
Mhm.
then they just do it live. So it's impressive, but I don't think it's as stressful as making an animated TV show in
No.
6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you mess something
That's
up, you can get set back like hours.
for real. I get that South Park, like the animation isn't like
Well,
great,
that's not
but
what
it's
people
not
watch it
supposed to
for,
be.
but yeah.
But it's animated.
Right.
Ugh, that yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that they do that, and they still do that even, like, for the new seasons. It's like,
Mhm.
"Guys, you've been doing this for, like, 30 years. You can change how the production works." And they're like, "Nope, we wanna make it in 6 days."
Yep.
Okay, guys.
Whatever y'all want.
Yeah. Do you guys, watch South Park?
Um,
I used to watch episodes randomly
I just
because
watch
they were
random
on,
episodes, yeah.
but other than that, no.
Yeah, I haven't really seen it either. I watched, like, the first season, and I'm like, "Yeah, I can't get into this." But every time I bring that up to people, they're like, "Dude, you have to that's not even when
Certain
it's good, you gotta
episodes, yeah.
wait."
I don't think I could watch the whole
Right?
series. It has to be the certain episodes.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the China one that was banned, uh, which is funny that it got banned in China, but I think it, like, made that episode, like, a way higher standard of, like, this is a masterpiece of television because it was banned in China, and it's like, well,
Nowadays, you can just say anything anti-China and get banned in China.
pretty much. But I mean no, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure South Park was like, "What can we do to be banned by the Chinese censors?"
Oh,
Because
for sure, it's South Park, yeah.
it is that.
Yeah.
I mean, have you guys seen that episode?
I don't think I
I
have.
don't remember it if I did.
Um, okay. I mean, I guess I could give a brief synopsis
We're
just
gonna
so
get
you
banned
guys
in
can
China.
understand. We're gonna get banned. Fuck China. I'll say it.
Yeah. Now we're banned from China.
Um, yeah, there we go. Um, yeah, but it's just like so I guess the dad of Stan, I think he's the main character. He has like a weed farm and all of the businesses are going to China because that's where the money is. So he takes his weed idea to China and while he's there he brings drugs across the border and so he gets sent to a Chinese prison and in the Chinese prison he sees Winnie the Pooh which
Oh,
started the
yeah, yeah, I
whole.
remember this now.
Yeah, it started that whole thing and
Yeah.
then like Mickey Mouse was like pretty much like the right hand man to the Chinese president. So like it was just like a big funny joke that like Disney is like co-funded by the Chinese
Yeah.
government and they
Well,
just
China's
like
in
basically
everybody's
make all
pocket
their
at this point.
movies to appeal to China.
Yeah.
Which if anybody was wondering why they made Mulan now on and it was set to be released on International Women's Day, that's why. Because it's about
China.
China.
Too bad it's people are saying they're not gonna watch it anymore. If you've heard of that.
I wasn't gonna watch it
I
anyway,
have
so
heard of that. I wasn't gonna see it originally, and then it was like, "Oh, cool. Other people aren't going to watch this? Good. I don't want Disney to keep making these reboots."
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, the whole reason they boycotted was because the lead
Boycott.
actor tweeted a thing that was pro-China or pro-Chinese police against the Hong Kong protesters.
Ah,
So
yeah,
people were
that'll do
like,
it.
"Oh, WTF? I'm
Yeah, I
not
didn't need
going
a
to watch
reason
this."
not to watch it, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I didn't need a reason, but, like, okay, cool. I
I'll
actually
take
have, like I'm not gonna watch it because she's pro China, I guess. That's probably like the worst reason. Or it's not like the worst reason, but like
I'm kind of
you
over
could
just like
also just
completely
say,
just getting rid of everything off of one comment, but like, yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take it. I just wasn't gonna watch it. I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm like the biggest live action reboot hater, but I'm up there. I don't know why Disney. Well, I know why Disney keeps making them, but it's just like if like the reboots of the early 2010s were like the sign that Hollywood is dead, then like these Disney live action reboots that they keep making is the gravestone.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, well, cool. Nobody cares about artistic integrity anymore
Nope.
except for like little indie studios and like actual directors.
Mhm.
But like studios, they don't care at all about the movies that they're making if it doesn't like appeal to China or it's gonna make them like double their budget. It's like, okay, cool.
Yep.
That's why it's what is it, A11? That's small, it's indie studio.
Mhm.
I think it's A11.
I think
Or
so.
is it A10?
I,
Okay.
I remember
I
there
love
being an 11, I
A11.
think.
They made Uncut Gems. That's my favorite movie.
Amber that you haven't seen.
I haven't seen it. I don't really plan on seeing it. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Okay, I can't find it. What movie studio made Uncut Gems?
It has a letter followed by 2 numbers, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
Oh no, I'm
that's what I'm envisioning it as.
A24.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, A24. I saw The Lighthouse. Have I told you guys about The Lighthouse?
Yes.
No.
I was extremely disappointed with that movie because, like, it was nominated for, like, so many Oscars because, like, Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, they're just on a lighthouse, and it's very edgy, and it's in black and white, and it was nominated for, like, Best Directing and Best Cinematography, and it was so boring. And I watched it with my grandpa, and there was a long scene where Robert Pattinson was jerking off, and it was like, "Uh-oh, I don't wanna see that with my grandpa."
Eek.
But yeah, it was pretty much just like I think the writer just took a day off, but, like, everybody signed on to the project so they can put it on their reel, and so then when they apply for jobs, they can be like, "I was on The Lighthouse. Did you see how good that movie looked?"
Nope.
Because it looked really good, but there was no substance to it. Sorry, Lighthouse fans, but I did not resonate with that movie at all. I'm sorry. Oh, A24 also made Moonlight, so that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Hey guys, a little off topic, but I got something just now. So, I recently texted my aunt, who is the one that works at Shazam, which I'm trying to get the internship at, about, hey, you doing an internship this fall? And she just replied, gonna have to wait till next spring when hopefully
Hooray.
they're back in office. So basically,
Oh,
until they go back in office, yeah, it's a no.
Yep.
Which
yeah.
makes sense, but I got another
Still
couple months to chill then.
Everybody's like, wait until spring, and then it's still gonna be here spring.
Yeah, I need to get like a part-time job, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to work at a restaurant again, but I need something.
My mentality right
Do
now is it's gonna
DoorDash.
stay the same for a reasonable amount of time. Nothing's
Yeah,
happening. Nothing's changing.
nope. I mean, I don't know like, when we're supposed to get a vaccine. I know it was, like, at least a year.
Yeah.
So when would that be?
That's
Like
like
February
next spring,
21.
I believe.
next spring, or would it be like next November? Or
Well,
I
I
guess
don't
this
think it.
November when it hit in China.
I mean, if China develops the vaccine, that's like a worst possible scenario because you think they're giving it for free. So let's
No,
hope it's either China develops it or it's gonna be next spring, probably.
I think. Well, I know like a bunch of countries got together and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna pool all of our money to make a vaccine.
Not the
America,
US.
you in?" And we're like, "No, I don't
No,
wanna.
make it.
I'm free to say no."
Portugal's out here making a law that when there's a vaccine, everyone gets it for free.
Yeah.
Chad's in Portugal.
Europe really has things figured out.
They're like
Like
all
I
like
don't know,
buddy
like
buddy for the most part. They're just like, yeah, we're chilling. Well, I'll help you if you help me.
yeah, it was like they like were constantly at war with each other, and then just
They're
like
buds.
20 years ago, they were just like, "What if we were just all friends?"
Thankfully.
And then everybody was like,
What
"Yes,
World
we'll
Wars
all have
do
the
to
same
you.
money."
That's what World Wars do to you. That's why everything's a lot more chill
Especially
now.
two of them.
Except it didn't happen after the first one.
That's because the
Well,
second one was already
okay,
brewing,
that's
but
That's because the first one would like they ended it in a bad way, as in made Germany just anger,
Yeah.
and
we're
yeah,
gonna
and
seclude you
then
from all of our
nationalism hit
societies.
WWE too. Now we got nationalism again, but in America.
Yeehaw.
America been nationalist, okay?
America Civil War, Electric Boogaloo 2.
We're just seeing isolation from other countries, which is not good. But
Yeah. Yeah, I don't nationalism is like one of my like least favorite things.
yeah. I
Ever.
used to be like, yeah, but then like once I grew up and started learning, like in school and everything,
No.
it's like, man, that's really creepy.
Like patriotism
Yeah.
for your country is cool. Like someone who lives in like someone in Greece, for example, like your country is poor. Like a lot of people probably aren't living very well. You don't make much in the jobs, but dang, does your country have good history?
Yeah.
Before like 500 years ago, that is.
But even then, it's just like I can't like stand like I don't know. We
Go
talked about this
fascist
in my
with it.
humanities class
Don't
because it
go
was like
fascist.
no, I was just like I'm trying to think of what we were talking about. But it was like, would you describe America as a good country? But like everybody who would be like a quote unquote nationalist would be like, well, yeah, obviously I live here. But like, no, it isn't right now. If it isn't good for like everybody, then why should we be like considering it a good country? Because we don't care about anybody but ourselves.
Yeah.
Unless Saddam Hussein says that he has WMDs and Dick Cheney's like, "Oh, I think he does have WMDs, George Bush," and George Bush is like, "I think we should check this out. What is Desert Storm? I'm going to do that." So
They're still looking for
that's
those people, I'm
cool.
pretty sure.
We're still looking
Still
though.
looking. We'll find them.
One
Probably hid
day.
them where the Gardens of Babylon are in the sands.
Yeah, he's probably just hiding them. You know what happened to the library in Avatar? That's what happened to the WMD thing.
Yeah. Big Owl said you cannot use these correctly, and it just brought them under.
I created these WMDs for research purposes. All you humans want to do is kill each other with them. I don't get it. I'm taking them with me.
And then that's actually how Saddam Hussein actually died. He wanted to stay down in the library with them. He would
Yeah, he
never
was in the
see it
library.
again. Nice.
Yeah, recent history is kind of wonky. Uh, I honestly don't know much about it, but I think it's super interesting, like talking to someone who is like cognizant in like the 2000s, because I was alive, but a baby and a dumb idiot at that. So like I was like in elementary school for all of the 2000s. So like talking to someone who's like 10 years older and was like in high school while we were in Iraq. Just like, man, they have like completely different opinions on like George Bush and stuff than like people our age do. We're just like, oh yeah, he was the president when I was a kid, so he's pretty cool. Not that I think that, I'm just saying. You get it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm about out of time.
Oh,
I
How
have
much
this
time do
room
you have
reserved
left?
for 7
Yeah.
minutes.
get it for 2 hours.
Wrong
heck yeah.
answer.
I have 7 minutes.
-4.
But if it makes you feel any better, it's 8:53